Alright, in this video we're going to be talking about substitution with regards to algebraic expressions. Right, so I have an example here which we want to start with. In this example we have been given that h is equal to 4 and k is equal to -3, and we want to find 2h minus 3k on part A, and on part B we have k over h plus 1. We also have part C in which we have 3h to the power of k. Right, so you remember substitution is to do with you replacing numbers for letters. Remember, algebraic expressions have letters that represent numbers, so with substitution you're trying to put numbers on those letters and to manipulate to see what solution you'll be able to get. Right, so let's start with part A. On part A we want 2h minus 3k. We've been told in the question that h is equal to 4 and k is equal to -3. So we are substituting those values. So in place of h we're going to be putting 4, and in place of k we are going to be putting -3, and we simplify. 2 times 4, that's 8, so it's 8 minus 3 times -9, that's -9, and 8 minus minus, remember minus and a minus will give us a plus, so it's 8 plus 9, which is 17. So that's the answer to part A. We can move on to part B, where we have k over h plus 1. Right, so what do? We substitute the values. In place of k we place -3, in place of h we put 4, we substitute 4, and that's plus 1. So -3 over 4 plus 1 will give us a quarter for the answer. Remember, when we say -3 over 4 plus 1, we can do it this way. 1 is like 4 over 4, having so that we can express them with the same denominator. Right, so we can simply add the powers, the numerators here. -3 plus 4 is 1, and the common denominator is 4. So that's how we can simply get the solution right there. Alright, so that's the answer to part B. We want to move on to part C, in which we want to look for 3h raised to the power of k. So that will give us 3 of h. H is 4, and 4 to the power of -3. Now, according to the laws of indices, if you have a negative power, in this case the negative power is -3, and it's affecting 4 only because we have that bracket, so we invert. So what we'll be getting is 3 divided by 4 cubed. Remember, the power becomes positive after we invert. So I've used here the laws of indices for negative powers. Remember, x to the power of -a is 1 over x to the power of +a. So this will give us, for the solution, 3 divided by 64, since 4 cubed, 4 times 4 times 4 will give us 64. So that's the answer to part C. So substitution is quite easy. Just place the number where the letter is and try to solve it to the best of your ability. Let me just give you one more example for you to work out by yourself. Alright, so here's the question, example 2. Alright, in example 2 we have been given that p is equal to -2, q is equal to 7, and r is equal to 3 over 2. So we want to find, on part A we want to find p squared qr, and on B we want to find the square root of q minus p over r. Right, so I'm gonna be giving you 4 minutes to work this one out, starting from now. So here's the solution. We want to start with part A. On part A we have p squared qr, so we want to find that value, substituting the values of p, q, and r. So if it's p squared qr, we start with p squared. P is -2 according to the question. So since p is equal to -2, q is equal to 7, and r is equal to 3/2, let's use those values. So it's p squared, that's -2 squared, multiplied by q, q is 7, multiplied by r, r is 3/2. And -2 squared is 4, and 4 multiplied by 7 multiplied by 3/2. Right, and we can divide 2 into 4, can't we? Yes, we can. So we can divide 2 into 4, we get 2, and we simplify 2 times 7, that's 14, and 14 times 3 will give us the solution is 42. So that's the answer to part A. Congratulations if you got that one correct. And let's see what you did with B, where we have the square root of q minus p over r. Alright, so simply substituting for qp and r, we'll be having the square root of q. Q is 7, so it's 7 minus p. P is -2, so it's 7 minus 2 divided by r. R is 3/2. Right, we simplify, we get 7 minus 2 gives us 7 plus 2, which is 9. So we have the square root of 9, and it's over, or we can say divided by 3/2. Right, the square root of 9 is 3, and if we introduce a multiplication sign, right, instead of a division sign, then it means that we'll be inverting 3/2, so it becomes 2/3. And if we simplify this, dividing 3 into 3, what do we get? 1, and 1 times 2 is 2. So the solution for part B is 2. And well done again if you got that one correct. So that is the simple process of substitution.